Okay, if you don't mind introducing yourself.
Yes, good afternoon. I am Brother Clarence F. Nelson Jr. I'm an initiate of Hampton University, the Beta Chi of Kappa Alpha Psi, April 26, 1969, 12 o'clock noon.
And what number province pole mark are you?
I'm the 15th.
Okay, great. Now, tell us a little bit about your ascent to become the Eastern Province pole mark.
I'd like to think that all of the responsibilities and things that I did leading up to my appointment on August 17th, 1979 helped to prepare me. I have affiliated with the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania Alumni Chapter. I was about to become a board member. My job transferred me to Richmond, Virginia.
Okay.
I'm a past keeper of I'm a past keeper of records of the Richmond, Virginia Alumni Chapter. I'm a past pole mark 1975 to 1978. I am a past board member of the Eastern Province and a past senior province vice pole mark.
Okay, great. As you know, we're celebrating 90 years as a province. In your opinion, what makes the Eastern Province great? And what are some of the great things that have come out of the Eastern Province, in your opinion? Also, who are some of the outstanding Kappas who have come out of the Eastern Province, and why?
In my opinion,
Yes.
the Eastern Province remains the flagship of provinces of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. If you've had an opportunity to read the history of Kappa Alpha Psi, if you've had an opportunity to read the history of the Eastern Province, there are several reasons why the Eastern Province stands out. It was the second province created, second or third province created. That province used to run from New York to North Carolina. Obviously, with the type of men, the caliber of men who have been initiated in Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity, leaders in their own right. You've had brothers who represented every field of human endeavor. You've had brothers who have gone on to be great in their fields. You've had brothers to single out the fraternity and chose to make the fraternity its focus or their foci. It is not easy being a good Kappa man, but it's not difficult either. If you stand by your pledge, if you do the things that it says good Kappa men should do, if you will promote Phi Nu Pi and fellowship and community service and being a good and decent man to your community, to your family, to your God, to your fraternity, then you've achieved a lot. I remember some of the brothers, the statesmen, the elder statesmen of Kappa Alpha Psi. One comes to mind as Stud Green, past Grand Pole Mark, past Province Pole Mark, of course in the reverse order. Elder Watson Diggs awardee, Laurel Wreath wearer, servant of the community, Ernest H. Davenport. In my tenure with Kappa Alpha Psi, I have served under 8 Grand Pole Marks, all in appointed positions, all in positions of responsibility. We would need a little more time to talk about all 8 and what was accomplished during that tenure. But it is a great feeling to know that you've been selected to do a job. The most noticeable or one that I think the fraternity benefited greatest was when I chaired the Buckle Up with Kappa Alpha Psi National Seatbelt Initiative. We impacted young people, Kappas and non-Kappas. We impacted probably about 200,000 in terms of the campaign that we took around the country and supported that theme of buckling up to save lives. There is a book available on that. Anybody would like to read it, I'll be glad to show you my copy.
Okay, great. All right, last question. What do you think the future looks like for the Eastern Province?
The future can be great. We've got a lot of work to do. We've done a lot of work. Again, if you were to read the history of the Eastern Province, if you were to read the story of Kappa Alpha Psi, men of the Eastern Province stand out in those two documents. Maybe it's our orientation to Kappa Alpha Psi here in the Eastern Province. We've had an opportunity to perform. We're always challenging each other. There's a lot of work to be done. The fraternity has identified those avenues that we can go down, and should go down in terms of supporting our Guide Right Kappa League, our Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation, our youth service and community service activities, our chapter activities, including fellowship, of course, support for our silhouettes, and support for each other, support for our elder statesmen. These are the things I think that are important to us, that are important to the community. The community sees what we do. We know what we do. We're capable. We're going to do more coming into our 90th year and moving forward.
Excellent. Anything else you'd like to add?
I'm glad to be here. Glad to be a 46-year member of Kappa Alpha Psi, and looking forward to receiving my 50-year pin.
Thank you, Brother Nelson.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, brother.